Imagine standing at the edge of a steep cliff, a gusty wind blowing and nothing but a sheer drop into a deep abyss before you. It's a chilling scenario, isn't it? This, my friends, is a metaphor for the adversities we face in our lives. The gusty wind, the steep cliff, the deep abyss. They all represent the challenges and hardships we encounter. And standing there at the edge, we're often faced with a choice. Do we turn back, or do we take the leap into the unknown? Adversity in its various forms is a constant in our lives. But it's not the adversity itself that defines us, it's how we respond to it. And that's where the philosophy of Confucius enters the picture. Now you might be wondering, how can a philosophy from over 2,000 years ago help us navigate the modern world's challenges? Well, the answer is simpler than you might think. Confucius, a Chinese philosopher, believed that life is a series of lessons, and adversity is the toughest teacher. He saw adversity not as a barrier, but as an opportunity for growth. His teachings encourage us to embrace our adversities, to learn from them, and to use them as stepping stones on our path to wisdom. So, standing on that cliff, the philosophy of Confucius would tell us to jump, to embrace the unknown, and to learn from whatever comes next. But how does one actually do that? How do we take that leap? Well, according to Confucius, the key is in our mindset. We must be willing to face our fears, to challenge our comfort zones, and to continually strive for self-improvement. It's about having the courage to face adversity head-on, and the humility to learn from it. It's about understanding that the journey through adversity isn't about avoiding the fall, it's about learning to fly. Standing on the edge, you realize that the jump isn't about falling, it's about flying. In the face of adversity, the ancient wisdom of Confucius lights a torch in the darkness. This beacon of wisdom is founded on 5 core principles: benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and faithfulness. These principles are not just philosophical musings, they are practical tools that can guide us through life's darkest valleys. Benevolence, or Ren, is the quality of being kind and good-hearted. It's the compassion we show to others, even when we're standing on the edge of our own precipice. It's reaching out to help others, even when we ourselves are in need of a helping hand. Righteousness, or Yi, is about doing what is morally right. Even when we're on the cliff's edge, it's the courage to stand firm in our convictions, to not compromise on our values, even if it's the easier path. Propriety, or Li, is about understanding and respecting the norms and rules that govern our society. It's about knowing when to speak and when to listen, when to act and when to rest. Even in the face of adversity, it's about maintaining our dignity and grace. Wisdom, or Z, is about understanding the world and our place within it. It's about learning from our experiences and applying that knowledge to our future actions. It's about seeing the cliff not as an end, but as a challenge to be overcome. And finally, faithfulness, or Jin, is about being true to our word, being reliable and trustworthy. It's about sticking to our commitments no matter how difficult the path may be. It's about being the person others can rely on, even when we're facing our own trials. These principles, when applied to our cliffside protagonist, provide a roadmap for navigating adversity. They illuminate a path where the focus shifts from the abyss below to the journey ahead. They offer a way to transform fear into fortitude, uncertainty into understanding, and adversity into opportunity. With the wisdom of Confucius, the abyss becomes less terrifying. It's not a leap of faith, but a leap of wisdom. With the philosophy of Confucius as our compass, we navigate the stormy seas of adversity. This ancient wisdom, born in the East, has the power to transform our perspective on life's challenges. It's not about avoiding hardship or waiting for smoother waters, but rather about learning to sail our ship in the midst of the storm. Let's take a journey back in time, to the era of Confucius himself. Born in a period of social and political upheaval, Confucius faced adversity from his earliest days. Yet he emerged as one of the most influential philosophers in human history. How did he achieve this? By viewing adversity not as a setback, but as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. In the face of poverty, Confucius didn't despair. Instead, he devoted himself to learning. He believed that knowledge was the key to overcoming adversity. And so, in the midst of hardship, Confucius became a learned man, a teacher, and eventually, a beacon of wisdom for generations to come. When Confucius was exiled from his home state, he didn't wallow in self-pity. Rather, he took it as an opportunity to travel, to learn from different cultures, and to spread his teachings. This adversity, which could have been the end of his journey, instead became the catalyst for his philosophy to reach beyond the borders of his homeland. The philosophy of Confucius teaches us to look adversity in the eye and say, "I see you, I acknowledge you, but I will not be defeated by you." Instead of viewing adversity as a roadblock, we can see it as a stepping stone, a chance to learn, to grow, to become stronger and wiser. So, when we find ourselves in the midst of adversity, let's remember the wisdom of Confucius. Let's remember that it's not the storm that defines us, but how we navigate it. Let's view our challenges as opportunities, as catalysts for growth and self-improvement. In the face of adversity, the philosophy of Confucius doesn't promise an easy journey, but it promises a worthy destination. So let's set sail and navigate the stormy seas of life with the wisdom of Confucius as our compass. Now picture yourself back on that cliff. The wind howls, but you are not afraid. You stand tall, not because the gusts are gentle, but because you have grown stronger. This precipice, once a symbol of despair, is now a launching pad for your journey. The philosophy of Confucius has equipped you with the wisdom to face adversity head-on, to learn from it, to grow from it. You look down, but you are not fearful of the fall. Instead, you see the valley of challenges you've traversed, the mountains of adversity you've scaled. Each trial, each tribulation has been a stepping stone, a catalyst for transformation. The once daunting abyss is now a testament to your resilience, your growth. You've learned that adversity is not a pitfall, but a ladder. Each rung, a lesson learned, a victory earned. You leap not out of desperation, but out of wisdom. You leap and you fly. This journey of overcoming adversity is one we all must take. It's a path that may seem daunting, but remember, it's through the challenges that we truly discover our own strength. The philosophy of Confucius isn't just ancient wisdom, it's a guidebook for life. It's about finding the courage to face our fears, to tackle our problems head-on with resilience and determination. It's about learning from our struggles, not running from them. Imagine how much more enriched your life could be if you welcomed adversity as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Picture the person you could become, the wisdom you could gain, and the leaps you could make. This isn't just about overcoming adversity, it's about embracing it, understanding it, and using it as a tool to become a better version of yourself. So take that leap of faith. Embrace the philosophy of Confucius in your daily life. Join us on this journey. Subscribe to the channel and together we'll turn adversity into a leap of wisdom.